My name is Sondra and this is my story. My parents were very loving. They were divorced when I was about 6 or 7, and my mom got remarried. I was really well behaved. I never wanted to kind of cause any more trouble for my mom. They had a lot of work with my little sister. We moved, I changed school districts in about the 5th grade, and my friends kind of changed at that point. And eventually that's when I started hanging out with the people that I ended up using with. My drug of choice changed over time, but there was always some chemical that I was using, and on a daily basis. I just did what I wanted. I didn't listen. Okay, if you say I'm grounded, well, I say I'm not, and I'm gonna go do what I want. And then when I turned 18, I could do what I wanted, and somewhere along the line, I started using heroin. So I did it, and I loved it, and I never looked back. I got in some legal trouble, and at the time I thought that was horrible, but ultimately it ended up being what has saved me. If it had not been for that legal trouble, I don't think that I would be sober today, because that was the start of what got me into treatment. So I ended up getting sent to the program at Teachita, which is a 4-month program, very intense. And I hated it so much there that somewhere along the way something clicked, and that's when we made the decision for me to go to Casa Clare. Best decision that I've ever made. And I honestly don't know if I would have made it after Teachita had I not done that. For me, taking all the different steps in the transitional living was exactly what I needed to stay sober, to start to build a life on my own and to learn how to live life on my own. So I did go into their apartment program too, and it was excellent. And I also remember having some setbacks there. I remember finding in an old purse some pills, and had I been in my own house and not in that supportive environment, because the first thought I had was, I'll save these for a rainy day. And as soon as I had that thought, I'm like, no way. And I looked and I realized this controlled my life every day, and I flushed them. But had I been at home, I might have put them away. I might have saved those for a rainy day. I don't know. I remember having an interview at Perkins and, trying to explain newly sober, my history, and I think people were afraid to give me a chance, and that's where I went to STEP and was able to work and have a job and actually build confidence because I could manage it every day. It was nice to do that in an environment with a whole lot of other recovering people. I could always take the time to talk to people. I had the support that I needed. I always kind of felt uncomfortable in my own skin. Now that I've found these women who are a lot like me, at least in the addiction piece, I finally feel comfortable. I know who I am. The thing I like best about being a house manager is that I can work with people just like me every day. I mean, I know that I do a lot to help them, but honestly, at the end of the day, it helps me. It helps me to remember exactly where I was a few years back and exactly where I don't want to be again. So I think it keeps me sober. And I think it's a cool resource for our clients. And I know that more and more we work with STEP Industries and, try to keep the doors of communication open. I know that when our clients are struggling and they're there at work, that they have so much support. They go to the staff there and they talk about their struggles, and I have someone probably once a week come tell me about how great so-and-so at STEP was and helping them get through their week or whatever it is they have going on. And, it's just so cool that we have that resource in this community, and why not take advantage of it? And I feel like this is exactly what this is better than any dreams that I could have had. I know what it is to be happy and to just love life, and that is how I feel today.